Om Namo Narayana, Jai Swaminarayan, Namaste. Today we are reading the Dakshinamurti Upanishad. Before I do this, I have to mention that this is one of a handful of Upanishads which has missing pieces. I believe this is the first time I've read one of these Upanishads on this channel. So, Sloka 6 is missing from this translation, and I actually did a little hunting, and I couldn't find any translation that had Sloka 6. So, it doesn't look like anything too important is missing. I mean, everything in this is important, but I see, okay, there's the first part, second part, third part, and it's here. It's not like we go from the first to the third part. So that's what I mean by nothing important, is you're going to get the gist of this Upanishad. And I don't know how long this sloka is, or it may just be a little verse. This is not a very long Upanishad, so I think it just might be a line or two. Now, this missing sloka might be out there in a translation. I just didn't find it in my Googling. If you find it, would you please put it down below or put a link to the complete Upanishad? It would just be so appreciated. Anyways, let's dive into this Dakshinamurti Upanishad. I actually chose this one because as I was looking through them, I saw this, and this had some Sanskrit mantras in it. And if you watch this channel, you know I do enjoy my mantras. Even if I stumble through the pronunciation, I enjoy them so much. So here we go, the Dakshinamurti Upanishad. Now, apologize now if I do stumble through any of the pronunciation. Om. In Brahmavarta, the land of Brahma, under a banyan tree called Mahabandira, many sages, including Sunaka, had assembled to perform a satra, fire sacrifice. They approached sage Markandeya, wearing samits, that being dried twigs of the banyan tree, as gloves, and asked him, "How do you manage to be a Chiramjivi?" that being one who does not have death, and how are you always in the happy state? The sage replied, "This is because of the knowledge of the most secret philosophy of Shiva. This very secret Shiva philosophy, by which Shiva, who is Dakshinamurti, becomes something which is not visible to others. He is that God who, at the time of the final deluge, keeps everything else within himself and shines because of the pleasure of his own spirit. The secret mantras about him are as follows. Brahma is the sage, the meter is Gayatri, and the God is Dakshinamurti for this mantra. The first mantra is of 26 letters. After saying Om, tell Namo, then Bhagavate, Dakshinamurtaye, then the fourth form of Asman, that being Mahayam, then Medhem Pragnam, then the root of wind, Ya, added with Chaksha, followed by the name of the wife of the fire god, Swaha. This is the mantra with 24 letters. It goes Om Namo Bhagavate Dakshinamurtaye Mayam Medham Pragnam Prayaksha Svaha. Then Dayanam, thinking about the form in the mind when the mantra is chanted, I salute him who is white like a crystal, who holds in his hands a chain of pearl beads, the pot of nectar, which is the form of knowledge, and the mudra of wisdom, who ties himself with a snake, who wears the moon on his head, and who wears different types of ornaments. Now the second mantra is of 9 letters. First say Om, then the first vowel with the visarga, and in the end tell Panchakshari with visarga in the end. And this gives the 9-letter mantra. This being Om Am A Sivaya Nama Om. Then Dayanam. Let the three-eyed God who does only good, who in his 3 hands, the sign of protection, deer, and the axe in 3 hands, and the 4th hand kept on his knee, who has tied a snake on his body, who shines white like milk, who sits below a banyan tree, and who is surrounded by sages like Shuka, give us pure thoughts. Sloka 6 is not available, but it describes the third mantra. The Upanishad continues with the third mantra, Ad Brum Nama Maya Bija, Vagbhava Bija, Dakshina Mrtaye, and Janam Dehi Svaha to Om. The mantra thus goes, Om Brum Namo Hrim Im Dakshinamurtaye Janam Dehi Swaha. Then Dhyanam. Let the god Dakshinamurti, who has a white body due to the application of holy ash, who wears the crescent moon on his head, who holds in his hand the Jnana Mudra, the symbol of wisdom, has a beaded chain, Veena and books, who wears all ornaments, who wears the elephant hide, who resembles the meditating Rama, who sits on the throne of explanation, and who is being served by great sages, protect us always. We have to see that lamp of wisdom which burns with renunciation as oil, devotion as wick, and which shines as the full vessel of the wake-up state. In the beginning of creation, Lord Brahma prayed to this Dakshinamurti and obtained the capacity of creating beings and became very happy. He became blessed after getting what he desired. That Brahma, therefore, has become a devotee as well as somebody who deserves our devotion. The one who reads this secret philosophy of Shiva with understanding would get rid of all sins. The one who knows this truly will attain salvation. Thus ends the Dakshinamurti Upanishad, and the secret philosophy of Shiva with 3 really cool mantras. I'm just going to end it here. I've already put my request of what you could comment on below if you can do it. And until next time, thank you for watching. As always, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Swaminarayan. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.